Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am Sir Worldwide. And for all of those who don't know how I became Sir Worldwide, let me run it down to you. I have filled up 4 passports. I have been around the world. I have been in so many countries I forgot some of them. Okay? I want to talk about I guess you could call this my State of the Union, but I won't touch on so many subjects, right? I'm going to talk on one particular subject. First of all, I worked for an airline many years, a major airline, and that enabled me to be able to travel around the world. That's how I got these 4 passports filled up. But I want to tell you this, right? All of you people who have young relatives or older or whatever, my suggestion is get a job with an airline, because all the airlines have the same benefits. You can travel, and that's an education in itself. If you travel this world like I did, you can give yourself a PhD that no university can give you, right? You get a job at an airline, your family can travel as well. It makes sense. It really does. And develop another language. Speak a second language. It's going to be important to you. I'll tell you what happened to me one day. I was living in Southeast Asia. I was living in Bangkok, Thailand, after I retired from the airline, right? And one day I was on the way home. I don't know where I was coming from. I think I was coming from the golf course. Anyway, I took the train because I was living in a modern city. Bangkok is very modern. Anyway, I took the train, and when I got off the train, it was raining cats, dogs, and rats. If you've never been in a monsoon area, oh my God, the rain is real rain. So I got off the train and jumped in a cab, and I told the cab driver in English where to take me. She said, "Get out." Get out? In that rain with these golf clubs? And I knew at that point that she did not speak English. So I told her, "Oh, don't pie, Leo sai, Leo qua." I mean, go straight, turn left, turn right. I already knew some language, some Thai language, right? So I started studying more and more of that language, and she understood that I spoke her language to a degree. Took me where I had to go. All right, so that's one thing. Get a job with an airline and speak a second language. It don't matter where you are. Another thing that relates to this country, I am an award-winning photographer. I've won awards. I got commissioned by some Russians to go to Rome to shoot a fashion show. It was a big show. They brought girls down from Paris. I was doing the video and the photography. So they put a singer with us, a very well-known singer in Italy. This is in Rome. And she was taking us to the Vatican and the Colosseum. So I asked her, where's the homeless people? She said, "This is Italy. We take care of our people here." Just like that. And then, I came home and I discovered right outside the VA many tents with a big American flag on it. I pulled my car over and asked the guy, "What's this?" He said, "Oh, this is Rob's thing. These guys are all veterans." What? So I started interviewing those guys, and I made a documentary, right? It's almost finished. Once I talked to doctors about post-traumatic stress, the film's finished. Because what happens here in this country is the young men go in the military at age 18 to 30, whatever. They come back home a different person because they've seen things, they've done things. It's not good. All the veterans we have in this country, it's horrible. And then now we got what's going on. I spoke on this earlier on my channel. about the law enforcement. Again, back to Colin Kaepernick. He almost got prosecuted for what he did. In fact, the NFL did prosecute that brother. He just took a knee. He wasn't disrespecting the American flag or nothing like that. He just took a knee about what's going on. And it's sad. You know, even though there was slavery, we got to get rid of this black and white thing. We got to get rid of it. We got to elect people that have common sense. We got people in office right now, they show you they got no common sense. Look what happened with the president's State of the Union. And those people, no, they got elected. What has to happen now is we have to elect officials. You got to ask them the right questions before they take office about what their beliefs are. Because this is a sad state of affairs. The whole world watches what happens here in the United States. The whole world watches. We should care as voters. They don't even want us to vote. People of color, they don't want us to vote even. So, you know, I'm looking at things that I need to do. One of them might be leaving this country. I picked several places I might go and live. I tell you one thing I discovered. No matter where you go, outside the United States, it's usually better than here. I'm not just making this up. I filled up 4 passports. I know what the heck I'm talking about. Another thing too, we got to stop eating the wrong food. I remember 10 years ago, a surgeon told me I had humongous prostate and I had cancer. I know how I got that cancer. Eating all this sweet crap. Sugar, 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 sugar. I backed away from that. And he said, we're going to do chemo and radiation. I never saw him again. Because I worked on a flight line in Honolulu. Now, you work on a flight line there, you got 5 minutes or an hour before the next plane comes in. What was I doing? Reading health books. In a former post I did, it's called the Wellness Corner, I tell people there what herbs I used. 6 of them. I say it again here, right here. Pau d'Arco, red clover, chaparral, dandelion, burdock, and sarsaparilla root. I bought a pound of each one, and I mixed it up and drank it every day for 6 weeks. And I went vegan. They checked me again, no more cancer. So every 6 months, here in my family, we detox for a week, 2 weeks. I'll never get cancer again. And that surgeon, he probably don't even give a heck that I ever saw him again. One thing for sure it did, they gave my very best friend chemo. And he told me, man, this stuff is killing me. And he died. So watch your diet. Stop eating these dead animals. You know, I think I said this earlier on in a previous post about the primates, how a silverback gorilla, his intestine is 27 feet long. So is yours and mine. You can't fool that strong animal into eating the meat. It ain't gonna happen. And those of you who like to eat pork, just go to the store and buy some pork. Bring it home, set it in your kitchen on the counter. Go away for 10, 15 minutes, come back. You see the worms coming out? I'm not making any of this up. My mother told me, always tell the truth, boy. So that's what I do. I hope you like this post, because I'm going to bring more. I've just been so busy. I'm going to bring more. Yes. Bless all you. I don't go to nobody's church. Some of y'all might not like it. I don't care. I talk to the Lord every day, every single day. I thank Him for the wisdom He's given me. Excuse me. Given me. I ask Him to give me more wisdom. I love helping people. I hope what I've said about the blood purifying herbs will help somebody. I'm not a doctor, but trust me, it worked with me because the surgeon told me, man, you got a humongous prostate and you got cancer. The same week that I was told that, a very well known man, Michael Jackson's father, passed away with prostate cancer. So, subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe, because I'm going to keep bringing it. I'm going to bring some comedy. I'm going to bring the comedy back. Aloha.